Hello, God bless you. Please share this video with somebody and be a blessing. Today, I want to talk about emotional healing. Emotional healing. You see, people act the way they act because of what they went through in the past. And whenever you see somebody acting in a certain way, sometimes it's because of what they went through in the past. Unfortunately, a lot of people have not matured enough and grown enough to overcome their past. I want to talk about healing, emotional healing. And most of these people, they enter into the next phase of their lives with anger. They enter into the next phase of their lives with unforgiveness. They enter into the next phase of their lives with grudges and pains and irritability and antagonism. So some of them get married and they are treating their spouse badly and negatively, not because the spouse did something wrong, but because of what they went through. So they are paying their spouses for what they went through. I want you to pay attention. It's about emotional healing. And this is why I tell most single people, if you don't get healed, stay single. Stay single until you get healed, because you can hurt somebody for what you went through. You can actually transfer your anger to somebody else. An innocent person might begin to suffer for what you went through. So, and I will tell you one or two ways to know somebody who is not healed. Now, when you meet someone who is emotionally hurting, sometimes they are easily tensed up. They are unforgiving. They are always on the edge. Every little thing will trigger the person and they will flare up. Now, they can bring that anger to work. You see, they will bring that anger to work and they will transfer it to their co-workers. They will easily get upset, easily get angry, and start shouting and yelling. And you begin to wonder, why are you yelling over every little thing? You are yelling, you are nagging. So, and it is very dangerous and very pathetic to be married to someone who is not healed. Yes, it is very pathetic, because every little thing you do, in fact, let me tell you, even when you do the right thing, the person will still not be satisfied because they are hurting, they are not healed. And when you are bleeding, you will bleed on innocent people. You will bleed on people who didn't cut you. You will bleed on a person who is innocent. You will blame somebody else for what you did. Or you blame somebody else for what your ex did. Please, this is very important. If you are hurting, get healed. Get healed so that you will not blame somebody else for what your ex did. Now, one other way is to know someone who is not emotionally healed or whole, someone who is hurting, is that they argue over every little thing. They are always arguing. They don't agree. They will never ever accept your opinion. Every topic for them is an opportunity for argument. I've taken my time to, sometimes I speak with people who probably went through a divorce. And I noticed that some of them are not healed. Just because you went through a divorce is not the end of your life. And some of them, because they went through a divorce, when they see a man, everything about men, they hate men. When you see a woman who went through a divorce, sometimes she will hate men. Everything about men, she will just hate men. She doesn't want to hear about men. And some men who have gone through a divorce, they don't want anything about women. They hate women. But that is not the way out. You need to get healed. You need to grow and overcome what you went through, overcome your past, right? So that the next phase of your life, you enter it clean. You enter the next phase of your life, healed and whole, so that your spouse will enjoy being with you. And let me say this, for me, getting healed is not a matter of going for therapy. It's a matter of spending time with God. It's a matter of being at the feet of Jesus and cry if you need to. Cry if you need to, but get healed. And one other ways for you to get healed emotionally is to cut off communication with the person that hurt you. Most of you are still talking with your ex. You cannot be healed when you are talking with the person that hurt you. That's not the way to healing. That's not the way to healing. Forgive the person, cut off communication, block the person everywhere. Everywhere, block the person everywhere. On social media, everywhere, disconnect. You cannot be healed when you are still seeing the person that hurt you. Some of you still go to the places that person hurt you stay, and you are seeing the person. You go to the person's social media account and you are checking out the person. You will not be healed. I would even say go to the extent of disposing the gift the person buy for you. If the person bought you a gift, dispose it. You don't need that gift, because it's a point of contact for your pains. I just want to say, everybody or most people have gone through pains in their lives, but it's maturity. Overcome your past. It might not be in the area of relationship or marriage. It might be that your parents hurt you. It might be that your father molested you sexually. It might be that, your mother hurt your feelings by what she said to you in the past. Overcome it. Don't transfer your anger to your spouse for what they didn't do. Some of you are nagging your children because of what somebody else did. So you become irritable. Everybody that comes around you is feeling the blunt. Everybody that comes around you, you are just bitter. Have you ever met people who are bitter? Have you ever met somebody who is bitter? Everything they do, they blame somebody else. Even when they make a mistake, they blame somebody else. Why? Because they are bitter. They are not happy with their lives. Get healed so you don't cut a person who didn't hurt you. So you don't bleed on a person who didn't cut you. Get healed. Some people, God even gave them good spouses, but because of their ex, the ex hurt their feelings. They transfer it to their spouse and they hurt an innocent person and they lose the marriage. If you are listening to me right now and you are at the point of making a decision about marriage, I will encourage you, make sure that you are healed. Make sure there is nothing in your past that is hurting you. Make sure you are coming clean. Make sure you are emotionally clean, so you don't start up arguments. Some people, let me end with this. You see, I've heard some people say this, and I have to, make this comment. And I've heard some men of God say it, and I think it's not biblical. It's not biblical to teach or to say that people must be arguing in their marriage. For you to say that every marriage must go through argument, that you must be arguing and quarreling, that is part of the process for you to stay in peace. That's not biblical. Jesus did not teach that. No, it's not biblical to say that there must be war in order for you to have peace in your marriage. It's not biblical to say that you must argue with your spouse constantly in order for you to stay in peace. I didn't see that in the Bible. The Bible said something. He shall keep you in perfect peace if your mind and your heart is stayed on him. Perfect peace. I know what perfect peace means. I know what perfect peace means. That you are not arguing, you are not quarreling, you are not fighting. So for those of you who are teaching that once in a while you'll fight with your spouse, you argue, that if there is no argument, that something is wrong. If there is no fight, something is wrong. It is not normal when there is peace in your marriage. That's demonic. It's demonic to believe that when there is perfect peace and calmness and quietness in your relationship, that is not normal. That mindset is demonic. It's not biblical. You need someone that will give you perfect peace. If there's anything you want in marriage, is peace of mind. If you don't have that, you are not married. You're just wasting your time. And if you're hurting, get healed. And stop blaming somebody else for what your ex did. God bless you.